What's up guys, and welcome back to my channel. This is Shayan, and today we are back with some more Lost Ark. So today I'll be providing you with a basic guide on how to clear the Abyss Dungeon Gate of Paradise. So Gate of Paradise is divided into three parts, and the first part is Sea of Indolence. So this is the first 8-man raid, and the raid is underwater. So you will be provided with a diving suit and a gauntlet or a harpoon as a weapon. So the first part of the raid is pretty easy, and I'll show you the mechanics once you reach the first boss to kill it easily. So this is the first boss, this Hydra creature called Ouroboros, and this is a pretty easy boss. You can telegraph his moves and easily defeat him. The only thing you need to know is after a certain time there will be a shark guy. As you can see, there he comes. So as soon as the shark guy comes in, you and your party needs to switch your focus in killing him first, because as soon as you kill him, you and your party will gain a attack buff with which you can kill the Hydra boss faster. So that's all you need to know about the first boss. So the first boss is dead. Now we are moving on to the area for the final boss. So now we are moving on to the final boss of Sea of Indolence, the Sentinel Akam. So one of his attack is he will stomp his left leg 4 times, and on the 4th stomp he will create this attack area. You can either get inside the small circle or outside the area. And sometimes he will swipe his right leg behind. If you get caught in that attack, it will damage you and also petrify you. Also, do not get caught up in these yellow circles as they will set up a chain explosion. If you or any of your team member is petrified, the other persons can attack him to break them out of petrification. Now the most important part of this boss fight is that the boss will create this attack pattern. You and your party needs to move quickly to that safe area. If any one of you is outside that safe area or the safe circle, he will get completely one-shotted. Now once the boss's HP drops to 10 bar, he will lose his legs and his torso will fall down. He will also go berserk after some time. During this phase, he will sometimes go back and charge forward, freezing everyone in the path. You just need to avoid his path and dodge out of the way. So that's all the mechanic you need to know to fight this boss, and also do not forget to refill your air at regular intervals as you are fighting underwater. So Tranquil Carcosa is the second dungeon in the Gate of Paradise Abyss raid. Over here the first boss you need to fight is a ghost pirate. So we are on the way to fight the first boss. Now sometimes this boss will spawn these guns in front of you for all the party members. What you need to do is you need to face outside and away from any party members, because it will go off after a certain time and damage anyone who is caught in it. After some time, the boss will pop up a shield and summon these two witches. Each party needs to focus on one of the witch and kill him first, and then go and stagger the boss quickly. Otherwise, the boss will do an AoE and wipe out the whole team. Sometimes the boss will do this attack pattern. You need to check which weapon hand is up. If his gun is up in the air, you need to stay in the red side as he will attack the blue side. If the anchor is up, you need to stay in the blue side as he will attack the red side. So right now, as you can see, he's lifting up his gun arm. He is going to attack the blue side. Alright, so we are heading into the next area of this dungeon and the second boss. Alright, so this boss is the Witch of the Sea, and there are simple mechanics which you need to follow to defeat this boss, as this boss is quite easy. So sometimes this boss will do an attack pattern in the shape of this pizza slices, and it will hone on some of the team members. Those team members need to stop moving altogether and dodge out at the right moment. At some point this boss will summon this pufferfish. Your team needs to switch focus to this pufferfish and kill it first before it reaches the boss. Otherwise the boss will do a wipe mechanic and wipe out your entire team. Alright, so that was all the mechanics you needed to know for the second boss. Now we are heading on to the third and final boss of this dungeon. Now before you head on inside to fight the final boss, your party members needs to decide which position of the clock you need to stand, because it will be important later on. This Chimera boss is pretty easy. You just need to follow certain mechanics and you can kill him easily. So just stay on his sides because he can attack on both sides as he has heads on both ends. Now the basic mechanic you need to remember is he will go into one of his phase and become invincible. So right about now you need to go to the position you earlier decided on with your party member. Now he will pop these bubbles in yellow and white in color, and you need to walk in clockwise and grab each of the bubbles. You cannot grab two of both colors, and if any of the bubbles reach the boss, he will do a wipe mechanic. Now this was the first phase of this mechanic, where you just needed to run clockwise and grab 4 balls. The second phase of this will be a little different. Now in the second phase of this mechanic you need to stay inside this circle, and as you run clockwise you need to stop on the third one, because as you can see the first is yellow, then it's white, then once you take the third ball, stay on this because the color will change automatically. See, now it's going white, and then go again. So in the first phase it was 1 2 3 4. In the second phase it's 1 2 3 3 4. Now if you get hit by those white orbs or white circles too many times, you will get waterlogged and they can stack up and slow you down. So you can collect those blue orbs to cleanse your debuff. So that's all you need to know about this third and final boss of this second dungeon. Alright, so the third and final dungeon in the Gate of Paradise Abyss raid is Alaric Sanctuary. Now there are a few number of bosses which you need to fight in this stage, and let's head on to the first one. So your party will be divided into two. One party will go on the left side, the other on the right. So one party will be fighting a shark boss, the a siren. Pink one or the pink team is going to fight the siren. After some time the boss will pop these orbs. Most will be in black in color and one will be golden. You need to destroy the golden orb. If you get hit by one of these black orbs, you will get a darkness debuff and your vision will narrow and it will be harder for you to see. Now once you destroy this gold orb, whoever destroys the gold orb will spawn a safe spot. The other team will also converge on you right now along with their boss. The shark will do a wipe mechanic. You and your team needs to stay in the safe spot to avoid this, and it's better to stay in the center because the siren will be there and you can get a free hit on him. So once the wipe mechanic is over, you need to kill the siren first and then focus on the shark. Alright, so we are moving on to the second boss of this stage. Now after an interval, the boss will spawn these red circles around all the players and a target in one of the player. As you can see, I have the target right now. So what you need to do in this case is the players which have the red circle needs to stay away from each other, and the one with the red target needs to head to a pillar so that the boss will attack him and destroy the pillar as well. And make sure that you are at almost full health, otherwise it will one shot you. So that's all the mechanics you need to know about this second boss. Now we are heading over to the third and final boss, that's Alaric. Now Alaric hits pretty hard, and make sure you stay away from his spear attacks. Now Alaric will go into his first phase. At this point of time you need to stagger him quickly and then go out and destroy the golden orbs. Now one of the orb will be a little different. You cannot destroy it. You need to stagger that as well to stop its movement. And you cannot let many orbs pass into the shield created by Alaric, or he will do a wipe mechanic. Sometimes Alaric will spawn this white circle around you. It will not harm you but freeze other players who come in contact with them. So you need to stay away from the other players while you have it. During the second phase, Alaric will do a wipe mechanic while creating safe spots. You and your team needs to decide beforehand where you are going to stay in position and stay on the safe spot to avoid the wipe. Alright guys, so that's all the mechanics you need to know to clear this Abyss raid Gate of Paradise. So if you have found this guide helpful, please give it a like and a share, and also subscribe to my channel for more content on Lost Ark. and I'll be back soon. So till then, take care. Bye bye.